So in Europe, it's a really toxic plant because with this one, you can get hallucinations. So yeah, nowadays it's not allowed anymore. So yeah, it's forbidden in France. 안녕하세요. 저는 나나입니다. 프랑스 사람입니다. 반갑습니다.
So have you ever been to grocery store or supermarket?
Yeah, I've been to most of the day. It's nice. When I go to Plus, to E-Mart, it's really nice and huge, and you can find so many different products, even if in my taste it's missing some Western products.
Have you ever visited Korean market?
You mean traditional market? Yeah, I've been to most of them in Seoul, in Busan, in Daegu. I really love it. Like, I think the atmosphere is so great and you can find so many authentic people and so many local products. So I really enjoyed it, and close to my home there is a huge one. So I'm going really often there to have a walk and look around what product they got. And this is the place I always buy my sesame oil. In France, we are most likely small truck getting our products on the street, and once the market time is done, we just get back all the products inside the truck and people just leave. In Korea, it's like a real place with a real store which stay there. Like they didn't remove their products after all. So that's the main difference between France and Korea. And also in France, there is some place can be in the middle of the city. For example, in my hometown, the marketplace is on the port, like in the marina. So the people come, they put their products. People come from 9 in the morning to 2 p.m. And once 2 p.m. it's passed, they just take off their products and leave the place. And it's like these people, you can find them all around France. Like they are selling their products not only in my city, like they go everywhere in each market.
Have you ever noticed something that only exists in Korea?
Yeah, for example, the way they are selling fish in the market, that's amazing. Like they put all of their fish alive and in some aquarium sometimes, and you just get them from there. That's something really amazing for me. And also you can sell a blanket just next to rice cake, for example. That's something really good.
Is there any French market system you want to introduce to Korean market?
But I honestly think that Korean market, it's better in Korea than in France. So it's better for Korean to introduce to France, I guess. For example, once you go for grocery into the market, you can also find people cooking for you in the same time. Or you can buy your meat into the market and you go up and you can eat your meat on the same place. So that's really amazing. This is something we don't have in France. I really love to eat, the lotus root. You know what is it, right? I don't know the Korean name, but that's my favorite when it's roast. It's a sweet and kinda crispy and airy. So I really love it. That's my favorite vegetables in Korea. You make many dishes with the same vegetables, like banchan. You will use, for example, cabbage, and you will just make it really different type. So, or radish, same, but it's not really, there aren't that much diversity of vegetables in Korea. If you want something different, you need to put the price and go to some certain store, like specialized for foreign products.
Favorite vegetables of your husband or you?
I think it's potatoes, because we can do so many things with that. We can do fries, we can do mashed potatoes, we can do roast potatoes. I think that's our favorite one, the one to go.
Any Korean food that you're trying to cook?
Yeah, of course I try to cook many Korean food. Even if I'm not an amazing cook, at least I put many effort on it for my husband. When my mother is coming, I always try to put some banchan into the fridge that she thinks her son is not starving to death. But yeah, I try to cook some soup, some stew, and I'm kinda good at it, I think so. But I'm really terrible to make any banchan. I think the soup, I'm really good to make all kind of soup in Korea. Yeah, Korean soup, I'm really the best one. Kimchi jjigae, yeah, all of this one, that's really basic one that you can eat every day. And yeah, I'm kinda good, so once I made the base, I can just add whatever I want. For example, if I do kimchi jjigae, if I want to add some beef or something, I will just do whatever I like, and I think my husband can enjoy also.
Any Korean vegetables that do not exist in France?
Lotus root, for example. This one we can never find it except if we go to some Asian market. I think French people will not buy it because they don't know how to use it.
Do you know what mugwort is?
The greenish,
green.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. I never use it, but I know what is it.
Also, have you ever seen mugworts in Korea?
So yeah, I heard about mugwort, but I guess in France it's illegal to sell or to share between friends since 2014, I guess, because it's seen as a kind of medical product. So yeah, we are not allowed to use it in France. So in Europe, it's a really toxic plant because with this one you can get hallucinations. So I don't know if you guys heard about this alcohol, which is called absinthe. You know, it's the one, it's greenish and you can burn it with the sugar. So for example, poetry in the some old time, they're using it to get some inspiration to write poetry. So yeah, nowadays it's not allowed anymore because you can make this alcohol, and if you're eating, it's considering as a kind of drugs. So yeah, it's forbidden in France.
Have you ever drank it?
I drink absinthe, but nowadays it's really difficult to find real one. It's called absinthe, but it's not real pure one because it's illegal to sell it in any bar, any club. You're not allowed anymore. So it's called absinthe, but they just cut it with some other things which make it not dangerous as it used to be. But you can still find it if you know the right person, I guess.
So it's that like Van Gogh painter?
Yeah, Van Gogh.
Yeah.
And yeah, Van Gogh and also Toulouse-Lautrec, they used to drink a lot of absinthe and they got many inspiration. Like that's why Van Gogh created some stuff, and he also cut his ears after drinking absinthe. So yeah, I think it's better not to try it.
Did you feel like that kind of feelings when you drank it?
Yeah, actually you can feel something, but also you need to find the purest one. If it's not pure, this is not the things you should use to get some high feeling, you know. Yeah. So in France, drugs it's absolutely illegal, but still people are using it a lot. The drugs you can find the most easily it's weed. You can find weeds everywhere actually. Even when you're young, you can have call services and they just bring you to your door what you want to smoke. So you have this kind of drugs which is really common, and then you got some strongest one which is ecstasy, cocaine, heroin. But this one, it's less common on young people. Young people, they smoke on daily basis, I guess, the weed. They just roll it with some tobacco. Or you can also find easily when you go to festival or some music concert, you can find many drugs, which is LSD, ecstasy to get really high and feeling the music. Yeah, that's really easy to find, but it's really not legal. Actually, you can be condemned if you're smoking, but generally in the fact you're not really getting into big trouble. But if you are selling it, yeah, you will be in big trouble. I know some person in my university, he was even growing weeds in his home and the police find out, but since it was a really small amount, he was not going to go to the jail because it was proved that it was for his personal use and not going to sell it or share it. So they just destroy the plant. Yeah. So, but please, everyone, do not do drugs. That's really dangerous for everything. It's really, really bad. Never tried it. So today I talk about the mugwort subject, which surprised me when I arrived to Korea because I could see it on the street, on the market, and it was really something different than in my country. If you like the video, please subscribe and like, 구독, 좋아요. Bye bye, 감사합니다.